Hello everyone, welcome to A Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. So I'm going to check, I'm 2 days late, or 3, but I'm going to check the females in this tank today, sometime today. I'm going to go do a little shoveling right now. But I just came by this morning to, I don't know why, I didn't even notice. I thought that the water cover, the stuff growing in here was Azolla, but it's not. To me, it looks like duckweed. Now, I haven't put any duckweed in here, so that's got me a bit worried that some duckweed. Look, the only explanation that I can put forth as to why there would be duckweed in here is that it came in on a crane's foot. That's the most logical presumption I can come up with. And if it came in on a crane's foot, then that crane might be feasting on my crayfish, and that would just break my heart. But yeah, I'm fairly certain this is duckweed. Now I can see some feelers, antennae poking around in there, so I haven't gotten them all by any means, but hopefully a crane has not come in here and messed with these. I will say that there's a good bit of it in this main tank as well. I don't know where it could have come from. And funnily enough, it seems like it's in all the tanks. Where did this come from? And I'm not even 100% sure it's duckweed. Duckweed, in my experience, was single little round pieces of vegetation that look like a sesame seed, except they're green. And these have they're like a triangle or like a four-leafed clover kind of thing. I don't know. But I think it's duckweed. Regardless, I'm going to get a bunch of it out of here. I just checked that female that I've got in the I don't know what brooding aquarium, I guess I could call it that. And she is still there and still pregnant. She hasn't had her babies yet, but I'm going to transfer some of this over into her tank. She's in there. I just disturbed her a bit to make triple sure. I'm not going to mess with her. I lifted up that tube that's in there to double check, and she is in fact in there. Alright, I'm going to do a little shoveling first, and then I'll come back later today. Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. So, continuing on here. Yeah, look at that nice little squash right there. So, I've got all the, except for this last, let's see, there'd be just a couple more mounds here in this corner. But we've got these raised bed portions complete. and I'm now putting in the mounds for the bananas, and brought the plastic down here to kind of do a measurement. Tatai is off getting more Lacatan bulbs as we speak, and we need to do a few replants over here in field 6. That, I don't know, 10-day, 2-week period where we didn't have any rain. I guess we really should have been watering them until they came up, because we only got about, I don't know, 60-70% germination from the bulbs here instead of the usual 90. So if we run into a dry spell like that again, we'll hand water them. So I've got 3 more rows of mounds to do. Somehow I got down here this morning without my hat. I didn't really think it was necessary at the moment because it was cloudy. Now the sun's kind of come out, sort of, and I'm down here with no hat. Ah well. If it totally clears up, I'll have to go get it. I should probably start down at this end. You know, old Bouncer came down to visit us. That's that cat that I don't know, I guess you could say rescued several months ago. He was hungry enough and desperate enough to come to the house, even though he was mostly a wild cat. And I don't know if you could call it a mistake or whatever, I fed him. And so he's a M&B farm cat now. Jin and the boys pretty much adopted him. He stays down there at their house. So Tatai got all that replanted over there today, and he's preparing these mounds that I've made to plant. He's catching up with me. I've got this last one here in this row that I'm working on, and then I suppose 1 more, maybe 3 more mounds right there, and that'll probably be it for this field. How many do you estimate? How many replants over there, Tatai? No. How many did you replant? More than 20? So almost half? Yeah. Next time we'll water them. So it's coming up on 4 o'clock. I'm not going to get to the checking the crayfish today. That's going to be tomorrow's project. Bouncer, what are you doing? He's turned into a pretty good cat. He's kind of like their guard cat. He doesn't take any crap off of these dogs. He attacks any of them that come around, even the bigger ones. Even Buddy looks at him kind of slant-eyed and, well, what is wrong with this cat? So Jen is disappearing into the okra patch. All this, it's like this half of field 4 ended up turning into okra. Tata and I, well, I finished my part down there. I got all the mounds in. He's prepping them now. And I don't know how late. Yeah, he's got some bulbs in his hand, so he's planting as well. Jen's already picked these here. We've got kind of a steady buyer for the okra. They buy several baskets like that every week. I looked at this corn here today, and we'll probably begin harvesting that next week. Could probably harvest some of it now, but since we've pretty much eliminated the rat problem, those 3 rat traps we put out did the trick. I walked around there a bit and didn't see any rat damage on any of the corn, so there's only probably 10 or 15% of it that's ready to pick, maybe 25% of it by the end of next week, but at least it'll be able to come on now without the rats getting half of it or more. Have you looked at that corn, Jen? Have you looked at that corn?
Yeah, maybe Monday.
Yeah. You can start anyway. Monday or Friday, either. You know, I forgot to add this in. I know I'd finish this video. I'll just edit the goodbye part out. I wanted to show you guys this here. We planted squash all through here in this area. Part of this was where Gina had her garden, but we planted more squash in here just in the interest of maximizing the space on our small little farm here, so that, you know, the areas that we have available, we're trying to get something sellable to grow on it. So all this area here, we put in squash as well. It already had bananas, and we've got some dwarf coconut in here as well. That mango managed to survive. So if it has any fruit on it. We've got a couple trees here that have fruit. This one does not. That one there doesn't either. So we've got 4 mango trees left. That mango tree back there actually does have some fruit on it, but that'll just be personal use. All right, now I'm done. I'm tuckered out. The reason I came this way, usually I go up by the chicken pen, but I wanted to come this way so I could check the water level of the pond to see. Like, it rained, kind of a light, steady rain all night, and it didn't bring the pond up any. It's got to be a heavy rain for us to get runoff that's going to raise the level of that pond. So when we finish up with field 6, we're going to be doing a lot of harvesting. The corn's almost ready. So, and we're going to begin the harvest on that squash. So we won't get to this area here where the limoncito are for a while yet. But we did clear it. It's ready to be worked, and we'll plant more squash in here. We've been really enjoying this limoncito. I've been having a glass of limoncito aid almost every day. This one's got a couple little fruit on it right there. Most of these trees are bare because we've been keeping it picked. All right. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.